I've had what you could call a funny experience in America. I would be slow to call it funny because I've been having to live with it. It's essentially this. People think I'm a negative person because I talk about what mostly Americans are doing to the quality of life on the planet. What's my motivation for doing that? I want everybody to have a high quality life. Does that sound like negativity to you? I want other people to have a high quality life so much that I've sacrificed just about all the quality of my own life. Seriously, I know how to build houses. I've given a couple away, and I'm homeless. My love life is more lacking than I ever thought I would allow it to be, because I'm more focused on, well, the whole planet, you know? Like, I would like to have a relationship, you know, that would have the potential of lasting, you know, not one that would just be, you know, thrown into turmoil because the whole world is thrown into turmoil, you know? Like, I can't even think about having kids in this world. Are you kidding me? I would be a horrible parent just to be a parent. Like, just about. This world is insane and it's dying. It'd be really rude of me to bring a life into it and say, here you go, you figure it out, but don't you try and figure out anything in public or I'll call you negative. That's what I'm saying. That's been my life. It's like all these sacrifices I've made of my own life, you know? Like, I know how to make money. When I was traveling, I showed up places, I got a job, made $1,500 in no time, and kept on traveling. I've done it, you know, I know how to do that. But it hasn't been my focus. My focus has been, well, what is actually important? And the thing is this country, America, is causing more devastation than anywhere else because we're using the most money. And every time you use money, it, you know, ends up in the hands of corporations who are, you know, destroying everything we need, you know, because they're trying to make as much money as possible so they can put it into stocks and turn it into more money. Stocks where it isn't even getting spent. Stocks in other companies. So those stocks in other companies are just paying those other companies to cause destruction, you know, and it ends up in wasteland of the world, you know, like cutting all the trees down, killing all the fish, and, you know, the plankton, you know, the fish and the plankton being what makes our oxygen mostly, and the trees making the rest, and blowing up mountains, which is where rivers come from, and, you know, poisoning the ocean, so our rain is all messed up probably. And I mean, yeah, so we've been using the most money, so we've been paying people to do that more than anybody else. And also we have what money is supposed to represent. We have 80% of the world's resources. So here in America, I go to a festival, you know, where people are supposed to be loving and nice to each other. Like, I went to a children's festival the other day. It's like, not a children's, but like a family-oriented festival where there's a lot of little kids running around. It's called Eeyore's birthday. Eeyore, like Winnie the Pooh, is like his 48th birthday this year. And I'm telling you, people didn't seem to be putting out the most positive vibes. There was a lot of really sexual vibes, definitely. Which, if I was a parent, I would be like, hey, keep that away from my kid, please. My kid is like as tall as my knee, you know? Like, doesn't need your weird thoughts influencing, you know, or the weird things you're saying, or the tone that you have when you're saying things, you know? So, yeah, at this festival, it's supposed to be a positive festival, and, like, I can't go anywhere, even though I'm not even trying to talk about this stuff, and not feel like I am, you know, being perceived as a negative person. And I'm just doing this stuff for all these people, you know? And then I look at the ground and it's covered in trash. I look at the stands, it's like all this energy goes into creating, you know, food. and then bringing it to this place, this festival. Not to mention all the energy that people had to do to pay permits and stuff like that, and licenses for being able to even have food or sell food or anything like that, you know, and then packaging the food, and then somebody eats like half of it and throws it in the trash can. Like literally 2 steps away from where they bought it. And look what that money was doing. And that's happening all through America. And the thing is these people are causing all the world's problems, just about. Like, with their complacency, with their apathy, with their not caring about this stuff. And when I say anything, because I have this pin, it says, ask me how we can help hungry families. And it sort of has an answer, too. Like, we use the energy from the sun and the materials of the earth in a better way. I mean, there's more to it than that, but that's what this whole website is about. But, like, you know, so people asking me questions about that, and I'm actually giving them the answer. You want to help? This is a family event. There are families that are hungry, children that are hungry. You want the solution? Okay, here it is. And I'm a negative person for doing that. So I tell you, I'm finishing this website up. Like, I'm working on the homepage videos one last time because I had them all done, and then they wanted me to buy some program to actually be able to put them on the internet, and I have to do them all over again a different way. And if I had had the money, I would have just given him the money for doing it that way, but I don't even have the money because, like I said, I haven't been focused on me. But once this website's done, I think I'm going to try and find a way to another country. I think Japan could use a lot of help. I've always wanted to go to Japan. And, like, I want to go over there and be a really positive, you know, helpful force, be doing music and stuff like that, you know, kind of go over the language barrier by doing music and stuff like that. And I think there's radiation in the air, so what do we have at our disposal to harmonize that? You know, electromagnetic radiation. They have Kirlian photography, that advanced, not super advanced, but relatively advanced, like, spectrographic equipment, spectroanalysis equipment that shows, you know, that around people and around plants and stuff, there's like this wispy kind of like sunlight looking, like flare spot almost energy, you know, that can be tangibly seen. And other spiritual people, you know, they already talk about auras and stuff like that. The Kabbalah talks about it. And you know, I feel like it's pretty clear. You know, you don't even have to look a lot of the time. You notice somebody shows up and they're bringing a certain mentality with them, and you can feel it before you even know who it is, much less what they're thinking. You can feel what they're thinking. So, you know, I don't have to feel like I'm going out on a limb to say this, because every single tradition, religious tradition or esoteric or spiritual magical tradition, and even science now, well, not just now, for the last 4 decades, has been saying that, you know, like, our thoughts have an influence on this, you know, electromagnetic radiation around us, and, you know, even the physical world. So I think, you know, in Japan, maybe if people are a little more receptive to actually doing something positive for themselves, because, you know, like, oh no, the radiation is going to kill us if we don't do something. We can use a lot of positive intentions to do a lot of good over there. But all I'm really saying is, I don't feel loved here in America, and I don't think it's America, but I'm a traveler too, you know, like, and I've been in America for the whole time, and I want to travel beyond it. I don't know, some weird money stuff is probably going to happen for a passport. How hard is it to make? I know you have a computer chip in it, and you know where I am all the time. There's a computer chip in this thing. Like, I don't care. Like, here I am. I love you, but can I go somewhere else, please? I'm gonna go create abundance. Love you, America. Love you, Eeyore. Bye, everybody.